What up, Kiki Fighter May here. Sorry for the lighting. Um, I'm gonna go over a recap of Burns versus Usman. Going to the fight, I was gonna pick. First off, let's start out with the results. Usman TKOs Gilbert Burns in the third round. 30 seconds in the third round. Going to fight, I was iffy about it, but I was leaning towards Burns because I think Burns he's faster, more powerful, and he has better striking than Kobe, in my opinion. But either Usman Usman has gotten better, or Kobe is striking is better than we think it is, and or a combination of both. I think the first round Burns fucked up by laying on his back. He dropped Usman, had Usman wobble for a bit, and then shit. I believe I think he went for a takedown. Usman shook him off. Burns was on his back, and he tried to play come my guard game, and Usman was just taking advantage of that to recover. But also, Usman was landing significant strikes. He was landing big shots, and Burns got hurt by those, and I think that also slowed him down. It was a combination of Usman's attacks and Burns' pace, because round one, Burns always has a fast pace, and he has a fast pace. The Woodley fight was a fast pace, but this one, I don't know if it's adrenaline dump thing or pacing, but this time it affected his cardio, and Burns, I gave him round one. Round two, there's a significant drop off in his conditioning. Yeah, my brother's playing games with his friends next door online. But Burns, his conditioning was there's a significant drop off, and he's starting to slow down, and the jabs started picking up for Usman. First off, let me say this too. Usman is one of the most one of the most calmest fighters out there. Everybody's saying, ever since McGregor Aldo, everybody's overlooking the whole body language, eye contact. This guy looks nervous. This guy looks tense. I think everybody's overplaying that shit ever since that McGregor Aldo. It happened there, but that was a big factor in that fight. But ever since then, everybody's overplaying that, and Usman, a lot of people saying, oh, he looks very tense, nervous, and a lot of his upcoming his previous fights, and guess what? He might be, but come fight night, I don't think there's anybody more calm than he is, and that just shows you he's very composed, and shit, it kind of went it went down it went it didn't go in his favor around one, because sometimes when you're too calm, you don't have that alertness, and I'm not saying that's what happened, but it plays a factor sometimes, and Burns caught him, and who knows, maybe if he had that alert, Burns might caught him regardless. So, but I'm just throwing that out there. But yeah, he's the most calmest guy. Ever since that Covington fight, I haven't seen his walkouts in his other fights, and I have not seen all his other fights. I've seen some before the title fights and stuff, but yeah. Um, I seen like ever since that Willie fight, he looks so calm and relaxed, and I don't think there's anybody more calm and relaxed than he is. At least as far as body language goes. You could throw her B out there, but sometimes when he walks out, you could just feel like he has a little bit of nervousness. Usman's like the most relaxed. Maybe Izzy, you could say Izzy, but shit, Kamaru, the most relaxed guy. Anyways, round two, starts establishing the jab even more, uses it even more, and doesn't show that right hand. And when he does, bam! He clips Gilbert, just gives Gilbert the jab, jab, jab. And then, Gilbert's occupied with the jab. And then he doesn't see that straight coming in. Boom! Throws that straight and drops Gilbert. Gilbert, I don't know, I think he's kind of chinny in my personal opinion. Gilbert seems, I don't want to say he's glass jaw or anything, but he seems kind of chinny because like Usman hits hard. He doesn't have a lot of TKO finishes or knockout finishes, but like even in his decision fights, when he makes contact, like you could tell the guys, they feel it and they respect it. And they're like, oh shit, I can't let this. I can't take too many of these. But Usman, he has underrated. He has decent. No, he has good power. He's not like Mr. One Punch guy there, but he has enough to hurt you, and if you're not careful, he could finish you too. Um, what's next for Usman? I don't know, but ever since he went to his switch camps, I think the striking is improving. That boxing from Whitman, and like his movement seems more fluent. I'm actually go rewatch the fight because like that's one of the things too. Like how much can he change at 33 years old, 32, 33 years old with Whitman, and I didn't think there would be much difference in in his style when with his first fight with Whitman, and obviously he got Masvidal, different fighter, so like just did the foot stomp thing. But like as far as striking, I was not expecting a big difference, but I was very curious when he had this fight with who is it? With Burns, because this one, like, he had more time with Whitman, and now his skill, like his fighting style, now we will really get to see how this affects his fighting style. And yeah, he improved, switch stance a little more often in this fight. I don't think he switched it as much as his previous fights, but this one thing too with this fad going on, like whenever a fighter switches stance, everybody's talking about it. But it's like, it's one of those things that like, I like it, but like I think everybody over credits a switch stance. Like, oh, this person's switching stance now. Like, as if this person, as if he's a better fighter because he decided to switch stance. Like, no, that's not the case, man. Like, it's what you do with the stance switching, and who do you do it with. I don't know, just my personal opinion. That's kind of like one thing that annoys me is like everybody overrates the stance switching. Like, yeah, just because a guy switched stance doesn't mean he's doing a big significant change in the match. Because everybody always mentions it like that, and the media always talks like fucking Luke Thomas is biased as hell. I love Luke Thomas, but man, when he talks about stand switching, like I think he overpraises it too much, in my opinion. Like, yeah, some fighters are good with it, but like it's one of those things where every fighter is doing it now, and it's kind of like I think some fighters they're good with it, some fighters they're not, and those who aren't, I feel like they get overpraised sometimes. Just my personal opinion, but yeah. Ugh, try not to go too much on a rant there. What's next to Usman? Basically called out Masvidal, and I love Masvidal. That's the fight I do not want to see. Like, like I agree with everything Usman says about the whole Masvidal thing. And Masvidal, I like the guy. I liked him during his Strikeforce days. I thought he beat Gilbert Melendez, or like he was very close, in my opinion. I thought, like he had a lot of close split decisions, and I always thought he was gonna be one of those action fighters that I would go out of my way to watch. And he's like, oh, this guy, he ain't gonna be champion or like champion contender level, but he's fun and exciting to watch, and he's a fun guy to watch, and I went out of my way to watch him, and I'm happy for him. Compared, like, he was getting like the lower end of the stick when it came to pay, like especially like like for the MMA fight level, like even then he was not getting paid a lot, and then now he's making a lot of money. I'm proud for the guy. Never thought he would be at this level where he is today, and makes a lot of money. I understand why he's doing what he's doing, but man, I get it. You're getting a shit ton of money now, but man, that BMF gig's gotta go, man. Fuck. Like, sorry, Masvidal. Like, I'm a fan of yours, but that BMF gig has got to go. Like, the only damage you took was the foot stomps, and yet, how many months ago was that? When's your scheduled fight? Why aren't you fighting Kobe Covington? And Usman basically called you out, and based on like the tweets, it's like it doesn't sound like he's interested. Like, the champion basically called you out, and it sounds like you're not interested in the champion. Like, what the heck? Like, I get it, Nate's a easy guarantee free money, but it's like, damn. It doesn't even seem like, that fight is not gonna happen. Nate and Masvidal too. Connor is not gonna fight Masvidal. Connor's gonna fight Dustin. Dustin and Masvidal are training partners who are like loyal to each other. They're not gonna. I'm pretty confident that Dustin's not gonna fight Masvidal. Who's next for Masvidal? He ain't fighting Leon Edwards. He ain't fighting Kobe Covington. And it sounds like he's not interested in Usman too. Like, I like the guy, but and I understand his decisions, but man, it's all, as a fan too, it's kind of frustrating, and it seems like it's negotiation, which they should get paid more. Let's be honest, they should get paid more. But what's next? I think Stephen Thompson. Oh shit! Who the hell was he? Is he booked? I don't remember. But I think Stephen Thompson, Masvidal. Stephen Thompson and Usman might be an interesting one because he pulls a very unique style, the reach. Kobe Covington and Usman too, that'd be interesting. I think, that's a tough one because that was one of the closest fights ever, and one judge had a draw, one judge had for Usman, one judge had for Kobe. Kobe was winning the 5th round, and then boom, Usman catches him and finishes him. Like, that was like one of the closest fights of all time, where it was not a draw. um, yeah, that one I don't know. Honestly, like, yeah, Kobe got hurt, but I still think he could still survive, and that's a tough one because Kobe, it looked like he was just what I from what I seen, could be totally wrong, but I think Kobe was like, he had the nerves was not on his side. Like, Usman was all calm, relaxed. Kobe was like hella nervous, hella tense. At least that's what it seemed like. Might not be true, but that's what it looks like to me. And Kobe hurt Usman with that body kick. Like, Usman faked a low blow too. So, like, I don't know. I think I might. I hate to say this, but if Kobe gets his shot, I might have to go Kobe on the rematch. Like, I was happy as hell when Usman finished the guy, but shit, I'm going Kobe on the rematch. Fuck it, man. I'm going Kobe on the rematch. I don't know, cause fuck. Now Usman is training Trevor Whitman too, and his striking looks more like fluent, looks more improved, and his movement looks better too. Like, form and all that is cool and all, but really, I think at the high level, movements are the the way you move. That's a big factor, and Usman's movements looks like he's getting better. I don't know. Fuck, that's a tough fight. I don't know. I don't want to pick. It might be like just as close as the first fight. Who knows? Kobe could still win. Um, Speaking of Kobe, looks like he's gonna fight Leon Edwards. I don't think anything's official yet, but Hamzat's out. I don't know. What do you guys think is next for Usman, or who do you guys want to see fight? If it's not a rematch of anybody, Leon Edwards in the mix. That's gonna be a rematch. Usman dominating him. If Leon could get through Kobe, that'd be a good indicator of how great Leon's takedown defense has been. But man, I don't know. Like, how do you guys? How we? The only guy I'm interested right now is like Steven Thompson, because that guy, he has pretty good takedown defense, and he's a lot faster than Usman, and I like to see how Usman could counter with those. How Usman, what's his approach to Thompson's footwork and all that. Like, yeah, Thompson's getting older in age, so that's the only issue. But like, they both, it's an interesting matchup because I think Thompson would give Usman the like most difficult challenge as far as reach goes. Like, not just like hand reach, but like, it says Usman has a longer reach, but the way Thompson uses his legs, I think in this fight Thompson will establish the bigger range. Thompson has more range because the way he uses legs, but will that go against him with Usman's wrestling? That one's interesting. I want to see Thompson, but I'm leaning towards Usman in that fight. We'll see if Hamzat could get to that level. That'd be an interesting one. Hamzat versus Usman. If Hamzat is ready, I don't know. And then I don't want to talk much about the other stuff. Macy Barber. No, this card is weak. It's a pretty fun fight. But man, Macy Barber, what the fuck are you doing with that distance, man? Like, she's just throwing jabs out there, and nobody has to do anything. They just stay in there. It's like, she's like 5 feet away throwing jabs at fuck, that Mexican girl, forgot her name, but what the fuck are you doing? Like, she was, it was interesting, like, she started hurting, was it Alexis Grasso? I believe that was, fuck, don't remember. I was, like, I didn't really care about this card, to be honest. It's only the main event, and Calvin was like, oh, that's an interesting fight. But yeah, she was, that was like, what the fuck, man? And she came back though, like, it was pretty interesting. It's exciting. She came back. She beat. She won the third round. She damaged Grasso pretty bad, and then Kelvin Gastelum. It's good. He got a win. Not a big, impressive win, but still a win. That's what he needed. He was basically fighting for his job, and you show that other guy, he's not at that level. So where does he go? I think Kelvin versus Holland, that'd be an interesting matchup. They might do Kelvin Holland or Kelvin. He gets a rematch with Jacare, or Jacare might be cut though. Let's be honest. I'm sure Jacare is about to get cut, but I don't know. The only top 10 guy I've seen that they'll put him up is they might put him up with against Holland. If not, a rematch with Chris Hall. Dude, that guy's like shit. I forget his name. Fuck. Do that leg lock to him, or maybe Duckley or whatever, or do knocked out Duckley or whatever. I'm thinking that might be next to Kelvin Gastelum. And then Marquez, man, how the first off, like, that was an impressive comeback, one of the best comeback, and like right when he went for that choke, I was like, oh, he went for that choke again. I was like, stop going for it, man. And then he got it. He switched to a Darce. A Darce or Anaconda, I don't remember. It's been forever since I went to jiu-jitsu class, but he had one of those, and he got it, man. Big win, but how the fuck did you fuck shit up with Miley Cyrus, man? What the hell? Miley Cyrus basically said, all you have to do is shave my initials on your chest, and I'm yours. And then he does some dumbass, sends some stupid ass tweets back replying to her, and then he fucks this shit up. Like, like, shit, I mean, good for him. He got a great call. That was like one of the best call out. That was my favorite UFC call out of all time. But like, okay, I understand, like, Miley Cyrus, I don't know, to me, she ain't all that, but she looks like a less attractive version of Riley Reid to me, and, yeah, I know it's weird, I find Riley Reid attractive. She's like, shit, one of my favorite porn stars, But then, like, Miley Cyrus, she looks similar to Miley Cyrus, but, like, Miley Cyrus, like, whatever. When I see Miley Cyrus, I just, whatever. But still, man, she got a lot of followings. If I was Marquez, I would have been calling out Riley Reid, man. But, for PR-wise, it was smart to call out Miley Cyrus. She got a shit ton of following. She replied, made more notice of you, and then you fuck shit up. Like, had you gotten like how far as Henry Cejudo did with the WWE girls, that would raise your stock up even more. Like, that call raised your stock, but like, if you didn't fuck it up, your stock would have been even higher, man. What the fuck? How'd you fuck that shit up, man? Marquez, I don't know. Guy needs some work though. Like, I don't know how old those fighters are, how young those prospects are, and how much time they can involve. But uh, right now, I don't see any contender level skills from Marquez, if I had to be honest. And then the other guy, he's he's like in the Kelvin Gastelum boat. He's shit looks too big. Like he's too big for 170, but too small for 185. He's one of those who will benefit from if they were to do 65, 75. He'd be one of those guys who would benefit from that 75 range. But yeah, those were like the fights I saw. Yeah, yeah, I think those are all the fights I've seen, and it was pretty entertaining card. Not a lot of name value. I saw this thing where this jiu-jitsu world champion got submitted. That's like, damn, that's like being a world-class striker who gasses out from all the grappling and then gets beat the fuck up on the feet because he's exhausted. You know, and that's like in that situation, but it's much more rare in the to see a jiu-jitsu guy get submitted than it is to see a striker get beat up by somebody who's not as great of a striker. But yeah, I just call it end it here. Tell me what you guys think of the event. Any fight on the prelims that I should watch? You know, what's next for Usman? What's next for all these fighters? Yeah, comment on there. If you like what you see, subscribe, and peace out.